What is going on, Movie Meals? Movie Meals. Thank you, Movie Meal patrons, Kimberly and Karen. I didn't. My hoodie's way over there. But let me go get it.
What's happening? What's going
This
on?
isn't the hoodie. Where did you put the hoodie? All
We're
right,
rolling.
guys. I know we're rolling.
here.
This is all live, baby. I wanted to show off the hoodie. I don't have it at the moment. It has been misplaced. But guys, help us get to 2,000 subs by liking videos, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. And then we're gonna send a hoodie to a fan who's been doing that. We got great hoodies. Normally I wear it in the videos. Forgot to kind of grab it because I was all buzzing all over the place, and now I don't know where the heck it went. I normally leave it right by the desk so I can just toss her on for videos, and it's gone. I thought that was right over there on the chair, and that was a different jacket. So this is just absurd. But anyway, we're here for Saltburn. I got a chance to see Saltburn 2 months ago.
Was it that
2
long
months
ago?
ago?
Really?
2 months ago. And Kyle's
Wow.
over here taking his sweet time like the rest of America on every
Excuse me,
gosh
Mr.
darn movie.
Film festival.
I got to see it at the film festival here in Philly.
Yeah, Mr. Classy over here.
It was the closing night movie, but we're going to talk our positives, negatives. Kyle, start with your positives. What you got for me?
For starters, I really liked the cast involved with this movie. I thought that Barry Keoghan and Jacob Elordi were great opposite of each other. I thought that they carried the movie very well with their own performances, their characters feeling distinct from each other, but yet the chemistry between the two of them was strong, both in terms of them being friendships, but then also at the same time with the conflicts that go within the characters as you see the movie further and further. On top of that, supporting players in this movie were also very good, such as Rosamund Pike and I'm spacing on the other actor's name off the top of my head. The one that played the father. Excuse me, I'm forgetting on his name now, but as Alex looks that up for me, so that way I don't look completely foolish. I thought that they did really well and also had like the funniest moments in this movie. But on top of that too, I also thought production design was very good. I thought cinematography was pretty strong overall. I thought there was some really great shots throughout the movie that really captured what I think was trying to be the spirit or the tone of the movie, although I'll probably get more into that with my negatives. But besides that, Emerald Fennell, I really liked her as a director when I first saw her work in Promising Young Woman, and I'm hoping that she continues on still doing really interesting work, such as what she did here with Saltburn and Promising Young Woman, even though, as I say with my negatives, I didn't overall like Saltburn, but I still appreciated swinging for the fences that she did. So, Alex, what about you?
I think Kyle's wild here, and you're thinking of Richard E. Grant, sir.
Thank you.
I loved Saltburn. I went in not seeing a trailer. I deliberately didn't want to do that. One of the best things ever is to go into a movie so blind. I was in a packed house at the film festival, and the guy at the film festival came up who runs it in Philly, does a great job. And he was talking about, he's like, I got to see this movie earlier. It's a weird movie. People laughed, people cheered. You need to, he's like, do all of that. Laugh, cheer, groan, let you truly get immersed in this movie. And I did, and I loved it. I think the performances are phenomenal. I think there's great direction by Emerald Fennell. I think this is a step up from Promising Young Woman, which is another movie, the other movie of hers I really loved that came out a couple years ago. Jacob Elordi has completely turned for me. I thought he was an okay actor in a bad show, and I wanted to see more from him. I think he did a great job as Elvis and Presley, and now I think he did an even better job here. I love the way he's going with his career right now. I love these weird roles. This is a career-defining role for Barry. That I just, or is it Carrie or Barry? Why did I think I said Barry, but it is Barry. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Barry, I thought he went and said, "Hey, remember me from oh gosh, I'm just
Killing of
struggling with
Sacred
names." No, I'm thinking of the movie that came out just last year with him in it, with Colin Farrell.
The Batman.
Colin Firth. No, obviously he is great in the Batman for his one little scene, and he's going to be a phenomenal, phenomenal Joker. And if you don't think so after watching this movie, I think you're a wacko.
What movie was he in last year?
It's the I can't think of the title of it. It's
I'll go look it up for you.
the Banshees of Inisherin. He was
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
great
he's
in that
terrific.
movie,
Yeah, I
and
should
he
remember
is
that.
taking his career in a path I also just love. He is going to be a phenomenal Joker. I loved everything about
Phenomenal
this
actor.
movie. I think I think this movie has so much to say about social class and hierarchy, and I think it works to the point where it shocks you in just the best ways. It is a weird movie, and I just really freaking loved it. But Kyle, what were your negatives, you Debbie Downer over there?
Well, I disagree with your last thing because it seemed like she was trying to say something about hierarchies when it comes to the rich and the elites versus lower classes. But at the same time, I also felt like it kind of got lost within its messaging to where I didn't really feel coming out of it that it stuck along with me. So I wasn't sure if she was trying to go in that direction or if she was also trying to go in the direction of it being what I guess would call it a vibes only movie to where it's in it for the sexual intrigue of it all, but also the shock value within that at the same time, which it definitely works like in the moments. But at least for me, I'm probably gonna be weird saying this, but it doesn't really last for me at the same time. In the moment, sure, but after what it's probably been a week since I've seen it, I don't really have it feel that longing of an impact to where I would say that's a good thing. I would like it to have a more impactful within me so that way I could be thinking about it for longer, but I just didn't. So whether it's one or the other or trying to be both, I just felt like at the end of the day, I was watching a movie that was giving me empty calories to where I wasn't really getting either of the vibes that I was trying to get from this movie. I didn't really get any of the messaging that this movie was trying to represent. So, a lot of good things to like about this movie. Like I said, I think it's a promising career for Fennell, and I'm curious about her work moving forward. But I just wouldn't say that this one really clicked for me in general.
Oh, I could not disagree with that point more. I think
Mm,
this movie does exactly what it is intended to do. I think you following Barry's character get lost in the addiction it is to go from lower to upper class and what it and like and how much money and that type of environment can really engulf you and what you would do to to achieve it and what people would do and what people do do what they do
nice.
to get there and to want it and to do anything for it. I think this is
Hmm.
such a great movie, and I think it hits the nail right on the head with what she wanted to do. I think she went in knowing exactly what message she was trying to send. It's a bummer it didn't hit for you, but I think it does such a good job. And I felt that in the theater. I got lost. And so a lot of the surprises really hit well because I was so engulfed with what Barry was doing that by the time the ending of the movie comes around, I was in shock in such a great way because I was like, oh dang, he did that for that. Like that is insane. Like people would do those things, and it just I just freaking love this movie. It's been one of my top of the entire year. I think it just holds strong. It's so weird. Oh, I love it. I really don't have any negatives with it other than it. Yeah, it's not for everybody. I wouldn't send my mom to go see this. I'm surprised Kyle didn't like it. But outside of
I
that,
wanted
I
to.
think I think
Yeah.
common moviegoers wouldn't really enjoy this. Um, because some common goers I don't think can get past some of the really crazy stuff that happens in this movie. Um,
Well, as someone who didn't go to a film festival and saw it with the common folk, I was actually surprised by people clearly and audibly being shocked by what they were seeing, but at the end, they seemed to have enjoyed themselves. And they were in on the comedy throughout the most part, which I don't think I really said in my positives, but I thought the comedy was strong when it matters. But again, like the negatives just overall took me out of enjoying the positives more. That's for sure. But I think you're right. Like it's not for everyone, certainly, but I was surprised by what seemed to be myself being in the minority of enjoyment compared to everyone else. So I don't know. Even if I say one thing and Alex says the other, take a chance on it because you never know. This could end up being a favorite of yours. That's for sure.
always listen to Al. Yeah, no, I love this movie. Guys, what did you think? If you've seen Saltburn, comment below, let us know. I'm going to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you, Meal Meal patrons. Help us get to 2,000, get some merch. And as always, thanks for watching, Mom.
See you guys.